Welcome to Warrior Class.
Where the teachers will pass.
And you will too if you pass.
All right, now this is the what's best for self-defense, striking versus grappling episode. All right, this is an ongoing debate. Of course, strikers say striking is best.
Striking.
Grapplers say
and those
grappling
that
is
study
best.
striking.
Right. Those that were strikers, real grapplers. If they don't study, they're not actual grapplers or strikers. They just dudes striking, dudes wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So, and one of my students, even now, we don't believe in specializing. We believe in using what the appropriate tool is for the time.
Yes, we do.
And tool is also technique, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tool is uniform. If I'm going into somebody
he said
slapped
tools is uniform. I don't know if y'all
somebody slaps
caught that.
Ominiki, right? And she said, "This mother slapped me." I said, "What? Where is he?" She said, "He had on a suit, so and so, so and so." I got this on. Got on jeans. I got this polo. I take that off. I open the trunk, put on my dress shirt, suit.
Mm-hmm.
I walk into the place where they're at. You say, "You got, wait a minute, in your trunk, you got," in my trunk, I have different forms of dress based on where I got to go. So I go into this place where this dude is suited up and everybody else suited up. I walk up, I leave,
right?
Take that off, then I put this back on or something else,
right?
And then I leave. So you have to have the right tools for the job. If I walked in with this on, and she said all of them suited up,
right? As soon as you walk in,
they're gonna. I'm black too, so they're gonna notice me for that, and I don't fit the area. I'm incongruent to the area.
And the guy knows he just slapped somebody.
And he knows he just slapped, right? So he's looking at slap somebody black. You see this black dude walk in, right? So I would walk in, suited, smiling, like I ain't got shit to do with her. I just walk up on him. When I say do, I love him a little bit. Gotta love on him because he did the wrong thing, so I gotta love him and teach him a little bit, and then leave.
I just seen a video where these guys they doing these. It's not even a prank. They're just seeing where they can get it access to just by carrying the ladder. And you'd be surprised, nobody quit. They got in concerts, government buildings, just dressed in work clothes and just holding the ladder. And people holding doors and letting them go wherever they want to go, and they ain't open their mouth yet.
In Stone Mountain, I was at a friend at the time, if you will, his house. And doorbell rings. She said, "Can you get that?" Sure. White man standing at the door, got on shorts and a t-shirt, saying he's coming to check the gas. I look at him, no ID. I said, "Where's your ID?" He said, "Man, I'm just coming to check the gas, okay?" I said, "I don't care about you getting frustrated and blustered and shit, because I asked you for your ID. Man, get your ass off the step, right?" So dude pulls up, the gas man pulls up. This is beautiful. He says, "Hey, what's going on?" So before I could talk, he turned, said, "Man, I'm here to check the gas, man, and he's not letting me in, talking about show my ID." So I'm looking at the gas dude, he looking confused. He's like, "What's going on?" I said, "You're here to check the gas, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why is your friend here to check the gas?" He said, "I don't know him." Like that. The dude just walked down the stairs. I said, No. Both y'all come in. White boy kept walking. I'm like, whatever you on, now that I confirmed that you're not the gas man, come on in. You welcome in now. Because now, I'm going to serve you some gas.
You gotta be,
you know what I mean? So
stay on your P's, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. So for him, if he had came in the proper uniform, and I'm like, this sucker don't even know what he's doing.
Right.
Because he really knew what he was doing. He's just somebody trying to rob somebody something.
Right.
If he really knew what he was doing, he would have on the gas uniform and he would have the ID. Or at least something that would make me think it's the ID.
Right, exactly.
I said, he ain't even goddamn. So he ain't nobody coming for me.
Right. He
So
wasn't ready for you.
Right, he coming to rob the place.
He was ready for a regular person.
Right.
He probably could have robbed a regular person.
They were like, oh sure, come in. Because they figure black person, they're gonna let a white man in, they're gonna trust the white man.
Exactly. And I was gonna say that, and that's a good point that both of y'all are bringing up. We're probably preaching to the choir with the people who actually watch this show, but think about your friends, your family members that will just open up the door, especially for any white person. Whatever they got to say, they just opening the door, letting them come inside. Like, make sure you check in with your people about that.
Yeah,
right.
Peace to the chat, yo. Everybody in Eugene Mason, Jadorian, appreciate you. I Manifesto,
family.
TWOF.
Yeah, peace everybody. I was supposed to do a transition, got excited and forgot.
Yeah. So y'all don't know behind this, we are getting it together. There is an actual producer in the room right now. Now we just getting it together. He ain't actually get a chance to do any producing, but he's here in the building, so there will be some producing going. I shouldn't have let that out of the bag. I'm sorry. I know how you like to move. I should just bust out. I'm so anxious to get it going, man. You know
2 amps says making a word class smoothie. There you go.
Don't you think it depends on your strengths? If I'm squaring off with a guy I think can kick my ass, I might want to grapple.
Okay, first, when you're in a fight, if you're thinking, you're slow. So he probably will whoop your ass. But if you're thinking, this guy can kick my ass, you shouldn't even square up with him. Why are you squaring up with him then? You shouldn't be if I square up with somebody, I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care if John Bones Jones walks in here right now. That's not John Bones Jones. That's just a motherfucker I got to stab. Like anybody else. Somebody else across the street. It's just a motherfucker I got to stab.
We're supposed to wait for 8 minutes before we start that kind of language.
Oops. Well, you know, my watch is broken. So
I said I tried those wrist push-ups. I'm still weak bone.
You'll grow from it. You'll get from it.
Don't jump straight to the push-up.
Just hold.
Yeah, plank a little
front leaning rest, like the push-up position. Yeah, planking, right? And then hold it, and it'll strengthen those wrists. You ain't got to push up
Drink
yet.
some almond milk too.
I did 4 on my knees. Yes, it's not time to do push-ups yet. I manifest with just hold.
Yeah, I feel.
Don't let your ego. Now, ego will get your ass whooped. Get your wrist hurt. Get all kinds of stuff, right? So just chill. I manifest. So you'll have it. After a while, you'll be doing videos, doing on one arm.
Yeah. He probably buffing everything, so he want to go ahead and jump right into it.
You do it. You wait long enough, you'll be doing no hand push up, all kinds of stuff.
I just showed a video on my page of Rockhill_E2 if you guys want to follow me. But
video of me doing no hand push up?
No, that video. It was a video of me. It was these buff dudes up there. They was doing this. I forgot the machine that you press down like this or whatever. And it's this real
press down machine.
It's the press down machine. So they was doing press downs.
Nautilus?
Oh no, that's the company. It's the press down.
Oh, okay.
There you go. But this guy that was my size went up there and did more weight than them that they thought was possible.
I saw that one too. Yeah.
He was a rock. He's a famous rock climber too. People don't realize.
Yeah, rock climbers are strong as hell.
They usually have the most dense muscles because of how they do because of the rock climbing. But it just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't put their hand behind their back. They were so big that they was almost immobile. And it just goes to show you, like, sometimes it's better to be efficient. And even if you working out with weights, work out for something besides just to be big. Have a goal.
Real fitness.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
real quick.
I'm proud that I still have wrestler's legs. My legs are dense as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, even though, I'm thin, unfortunately. When we first started World Class, I wasn't thin. I was actually way out. I was Santa Claus belly, all kinds of job, right? But I still maintain my legs. If you don't maintain your legs and you're a wrestler or a striker, any type of combat activity, you're at a deficit. One of the things they train boxers for, you got to train your legs or you're not going to go 18 rounds.
Right.
They hit you, you're going to collapse. You don't have the legs to keep you up. right? If you wrestle, you got to have that explosiveness. You're not going to have it if you don't have the legs. So work on your legs. And most people hate working on their legs because that's pain. But I'm telling you, after a while, it doesn't. You don't get that burn, that lactic acid. You don't get that lactic acid burn after a while. But all of it's still working. If you can't do explosions, we call explosions coming from the ground to standing, right? If you can't do that yet, similar to the plank, just hold the position.
Right.
So I'll say we're doing stone stands, and they're like, oh Lord, because stone is wide and low, and we hold that. And I'll talk with them in the stone stand. Let's keep it. Blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, now get with your partner. As soon as they get with the partner, they stand up. Because they work the hell out your legs. But if you want your legs to be dense all the way until you're my age or older, you got to work that stone stance.
Yeah.
That means just get low, have a wide stance, low. You can watch TV while you're doing it. You can be on your computer while you're doing it. You ain't going to do it long at first. You say, Shaq could only do that 30 seconds. Well, that's 30 seconds that you did it. Next time, it could be a minute. Next time, 5. You end up doing 30 minutes. You end up doing an hour. And then you...
Right. And that's how, like I showed y'all with the wrist push. I'm telling y'all, I had carpal tunnel since because I wrestled in high school. So I thought I couldn't do anything with this but I was like, no, it's just weak wrist. I thought he was being disrespectful. I'm being honest with y'all. It's like, so, and he's like, yeah, just do these, start doing plank like this, and then get to where you can do push-ups and stuff. And I'm telling you, I could not hold that for maybe 3 seconds. And I thought, nobody does push-ups like this. I ain't seen it on the internet. Ain't nobody trying to get me messed up. And I couldn't believe when I could actually do it. So it can be done, man, with the push-ups. Take your time.
Whatever and for us, we have to have strong grips.
Yeah.
We have to. Talking about from our system, we have to have strong grips. And if you have a weak wrist, you don't have strong grips.
You don't.
So you have to strengthen your wrists. And so we have a lot of methods of strengthening the wrist.
I'm going to tell you.
And that's key for us.
And that's why it goes into your health is so important because through years and years of a poor diet and being rough on my body, I developed a lot of arthritis among this around this areas right here, right around if you can see at the back, right around here. A lot of people get arthritis up in there. It affects your ability to screw off jars. You hear a lot of elders say that, but that's because that arthritis, I want to show the right way, up in there. That's so bad. So you really have to keep your health because when that kicks in, you trying to hold a tool or anything, that can really hold
now,
you back.
What does arthritis feel like? Is it burning? Is it?
It feels like a funny type of cramping. You know what I'm saying? Because I never believed that arthritis in your hands would stop you really like from doing something. But I do have it, and if I eat too much bread, too much starch, too much processed stuff, I can go to just the fine. So this is what happened. You go to zip your pants up or put a button on when you're doing this. That's that muscle right there you don't think about. Mm-hmm. So you go to zip it back. Oh, it hurts. Yep. It's for that little cramp bite. You don't want that when you get ready to grab something. Right. You trying to grab that too.
Or you trying to protect your life.
You don't want that jumping. And you can actually push. You can teach yourself to push through that, but it's very, very, very painful.
And you don't want to drop the tool if you do pull it.
Right. So I trained myself to push through it with the condition that where I'm at. I don't have very bad arthritis, but I do have some. And I couldn't imagine having extreme arthritis and having to push through that. But I managed to, but it's not easy. Now that's not easy.
Now another thing
is the women too.
What?
When you get a certain age, you start losing some of your wrist strength and grip strength. But I talked to this doctor. I can't remember I guess it was a chiropractor. And I have these. I guess it's supposed to be for playing the trumpet or something like that. But there are these things that you can buy that you can strengthen your fingers, and eventually it helps you strengthen your grip. And it has different levels, like 3 or 4 different ones that you can buy tension level. So that's something else you can do.
If you can't afford that, or you're waiting on that to come, you can be watching this show. You can be watching other shows on Black Power Media. You can be mashing that like button with one hand and using the other hand to do this. But you can do this exercise. I do this. I used to do this about 300-400 times a day. So basically, you roll your fingers, and this helps with the grabs we do. We don't use our thumb.
Right.
So this helps with that strength. You roll your baby finger towards your palm, then your ring finger, middle finger, index finger, then close your thumb. So it's here. Now you do it the other way.
Ooh,
Opposite way.
I felt backwards. That way.
You go there, you go there. Okay?
Hold on.
There. So first roll your baby finger.
I got that.
And then close. Now open your thumb, open your index, open the middle ring, baby, and bring your index finger first.
Ooh, that feels strange.
Then the middle ring.
Oh, we're supposed to
baby
be doing
finger.
both our hands.
So yeah, well, I do both mine at the same time. You can't do them both at the same time. Don't worry about it. So I go in both directions. So we'll just do the one direction first. That's the baby finger starting off. Okay, starting off with just the baby finger.
Okay.
And do that as many times you can, 25, 50 times, 100 times, 3,000 times, whatever you can do. Okay. Where you feel like you got to work out, but you ain't just destroying your hands.
Right.
And then go the other way.
And you start with, when you go the other way, how do you do one more time?
So the other way, you open the thumbs and then you bring down, then close your thumb. Open the thumbs, that so you're not covering your index finger. Index finger goes. Okay. Index finger goes. Index finger goes. Index finger goes. Now, after you've done that, you go baby finger, index finger. Baby finger, index finger.
Works both sides of your
Baby
brain.
finger. It works both sides of the brain. It works both sides of the muscles in your arm, inner and outer muscles. So your grip strength gets powerful once you do that too.
Oh, I feel it.
So I used to do that all the time, and it's your wrist and your fingers.
You gave us that before?
I'm sure I have.
Okay, I'm being sure. Sometimes you be giving world class people shit. I be like, I was just saying that about talking about that yesterday. Like,
well, when we do this too, working with a human being, that's
we
getting the
build it.
strength up too. But this is the secret to why my grip is so strong. Yeah, really not a secret. I just, if you don't know a thing, it doesn't exist.
There you go. And the way we grab actually is it's better for somebody who may have some type of arthritis in that area because you're not using your thumb so much. You just need to have a strong grip, which.
And the science of that, because I know you don't like my music, gonna say, well, I use my thumb when I grab. The science of that, so you know, is whenever you grab anything, if you pay attention to it, if I use my thumb is the one, if I'm using I use my strength from, right? That means my fingers are weaker. So if, say, he grabs my wrist with his thumb, I know the work is more in his thumb. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And so people say, how I get out of this? You can easily peel that shit off because it's weaker. Now, he grabs here, put your energy in your fingers. His energy's in the fingers. You can have your thumb there, but now I can easily peel the thumb because you can't have the same energy both ways.
Yeah.
It's similar to that vectors of force thing, right? So what you do is you grab here without the thumb there, the stronger grip in your fingers.
Yeah, I feel it stronger.
See, that's stronger. I can't just peel that shit. I can't just peel that now. So that's why we call this a monkey paw. That's why we just use a monkey paw. That's why we just use a monkey paw. And y'all see me throw around the tool. I don't drop it. That's why. It's in the right place. It's not in my palm. It's in my fingers here, and I wrap my fingers around it. My thumb's outside of it, so like this. You don't put a tool in your palm. That shit's gonna get knocked out of there. You put it in these fingers. Those who've been around long enough, they know that. Put it in the finger. You wrap your fingers around it. thumb outside, and now I have the strong grip that I need. If I have it here, I think I have a strong grip. I do not. If I'm in combat with somebody, they can easily knock that thumb off.
Yes.
And now it gets dislocated as opposed to me just having it off in the first damn place and working with it. Okay? So
let me ask you a question just offhand, Baba.
mm-hmm.
We were talking about self-defense for women before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about those? First of all, how do you feel about brass knuckles or I guess metal knuckles? I don't know what they make them from. And how do you feel about the little cat thing with the ears that you put on your fingers?
Right. So she's talking about you stick your 2 fingers through, and it gives you like Wolverine claws right there with the cat ears. They actually you can poke the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It's all right. Brass knuckles. So brass knuckles is a force multiplier, right? All these are force multipliers, meaning whatever force I'm hitting with is multiplied by the fact that I'm hitting you with this crenellated bevel on this thing, or the metal makes my punches stronger because of fist load. So it multiplies the damage that you would do. You just stick it in the person. You don't have to punch the person. You can just stick it in there and get them off you, right? So that's cool. And I'm gonna say something that most people don't even think about with the brass knuckles. I have some, right? I have the brass knuckles given to me as a gift by Ode Kunle, right? It's brass knuckles and it's a knife, so it opens up to the blade, and I got the brass knuckles. So that's cool. However, you best study the material if you're buying it that it's made from. Say I buy brass knuckles. Most of the time you buy brass knuckles are not brass. And I got aluminum in here. And I'm sweating. I got aluminum. I'm getting ready to fight. And most of the time we fight, we do the Yoruba Showdown, which we did that episode on, where sucker, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to punch you in a minute. Because we really don't want to fight. So we talking and shit. And I got the brass knuckles on. These brass knuckles going to bust your head to the white meat. And the whole time I'm sweating, and that aluminum is leaking into my system. So even if I win the fight, right, a year later, I don't know, I got to pee. I don't know to unzip my pants because my mind gone. Right? So, because I've suffered some type of dementia, Alzheimer's, which is a form of dementia, right?
It's tied to aluminum.
So, right. Or some other toxic metal is made from.
Right.
So that kind of stuff we don't think about. The reason why I think about it is because I was punching this bag. I, had 3 bags. They connected. One bag I had loose sand. The other I had beans. And the third one, I thought I was doing something. I had steel ball bearings. I'm hitting, boom, boom. I be hitting that, boom, 10,000 punches. I was a beast. My hand was like a brick. And then I woke up one morning and I couldn't open my hand no more than this. I couldn't close it. I couldn't open it. It was just stuck. Talked to my father. He looked at my hand. It was all greenish. He said, well, you been striking iron? I said, yeah, steel ball bearings. He said, stop doing that. He said, you're fucking yourself up. Now you got iron deposits in there, and basically it's making your shit an iron statue. So he got this stuff called D-Dajao, right? Which is a herbal liniment that you can get. Got a bottle about that big, $3, and it lasted for years. And he rubbed that on there. He said, rub it in one direction. You got to break up that iron. And I had to do that for days. Can't let your hand get wet till that dries up. And then my hands got normal again. He said, now let me give you what you need to do if you want your hands as hard as iron. Okay. You don't strike steel ball bearings. You drop your palms in water. I'm only giving this to you because, and I'm gonna give you the warning with that too. You drop your palms in water. Do not drop your fingertips in water. You're gonna damage your eyes. Drop your palms in the backs of your hands. You can drop your palm too if you want to be like Iron Palm Joe or some shit, right? But just know that when you do that, it raises your blood pressure.
Yeah.
It sends it off the
Slap.
roof.
Slap.
Don't slap. If you slap,
Man,
you
you
send
got
off the roof,
hard
and you're not getting the benefits of the hardness of the iron. So if you want, drop your hand in water, the backs of your hands. You could be sitting in the tub doing that shit, which is what I did as a young man, right? I would drop my hands in there, right? That's the only reason I would take a bath. I normally take showers, but that's what I'm taking. So I could be in there and dropping in that water, right? And it makes them hard to take. Plus, you do the planking on your fist. Those two things will make your punch solid, where you're not breaking your fist from hitting somebody. And even then, you know, if you hit real hard, you still may break your fist. I hit this dude, made him flip, literally, in the air, right? But I knocked my knuckle all the way down, damn near to my wrist. So, yes, it was broken. So they call it a boxer's fracture. Boxers don't get that because boxers wear big. I don't know why they call it boxer's fracture.
Yeah.
Maybe from the old days when boxers weren't wearing them big pillows, right? Yeah. So I hit him. It was beautiful. Boom! People saw that shit like, damn, man, we need to get off, but damn. And really, I thought I killed the dude. Okay. If I had killed the dude, I wouldn't be telling this story. I'll just say I left, so I don't know what happened. I don't believe I killed the dude. Okay, so I don't feel it in my soul. But he did flip from it, and you know, I'm like, get up, and I'm praying though, please don't get up, because I couldn't do shit with my right hand after that.
Even with all that toughening up and
right, because the force,
right,
and let me know I gotta make my fist even tougher than my punching ability. Right, which I thought I had, but I hadn't. And that takes a long time. This is why it's best not to punch with the fist. Anyway, it's best to use your palm, but you have to really train that. You can use your fist as hammer fist, and even hammer fist, we don't use our fist. We use this bone right here.
You know that's getting famous now for this
what
hammer fist and MMA because this dude just beat somebody with standing hammers. And
really?
It's never been done in the UFC.
But they ain't doing it right. I bet you they're doing it with the fist.
But yeah, he doing it with this, but he is coming like that though with it.
Right,
but taking it from.
But use these bones.
Yeah,
is what you want. They're thicker. This here is still a pad.
You see that big old?
You can still hurt somebody, but that bone there.
You see that big old thing right there? Catch you right there.
Just know where you're hitting. And that's why knowing your target. Right. Do not hit somebody upside their head with that bone, because their head is harder than this bone.
It's more bone.
That bone, right? It's harder than this bone. You end up breaking this, and then you ain't holding no tools.
No.
So you hit the side of their neck.
There you go.
Right.
You side of the neck.
You hit the groin. You hit the solar plexus. You know.
You may even get up in there somewhere. You may
get the ribs, especially if you're good. You get between the little ribs right there to that meat. Boom! Right. That's good. Now, don't headhunt. People like to headhunt because they've been watching boxing, watching kung fu movies and shit, and so they like to headhunt. But this is made to protect your brain. It's the hardest bone in the body. Your fist will shatter before that shatters. The only time I've seen somebody shatter somebody's head was when that dude, well, he called himself a woman, Fallon Fox or whatever the hell that motherfucker name is, hit that woman in the head.
She looked like she was,
and he cracked her skull.
Man.
Now, and so, and this is why they have weight classes in striking, and they have genders in class, right? So that person can claim to be whatever they want to be, but they still have the strength. Right. And you know, we can argue they take steroids. I mean, not steroids, hormones, so it makes them weaker than a man, but the weakness that it makes, it still makes him way stronger than a woman. You know the disparity between the strength of a man and a woman and the speed of a man and woman. Let's be realistic about that. When I was in high school running track, my 200 time was faster than Flojo's, who was the fastest 200 running woman in the world. But I was in high school beating her time. There's a disparity between us. That's why if you're a man putting your hand on a woman, you need your goddamn ass whooped. Or worse, you need to maybe go home and get a new head because you're so much stronger, usually so much bigger, that you got to put your hands on a woman because you can't talk, because you only have 60-word vocabulary. Right. I still got to study that. That's the same crazy shit. But you got a 60-word vocabulary, and so she got a 6,000-word vocabulary, and she's tearing your ass up. And so the only thing you can do is this. Dude, you got something else you can do. You got feet. Walk the hell away.
Exactly.
And if you don't have feet, wheel away.
Because it's got to be your ego that's making you do anything.
And ego always ends in somebody getting their ass whooped.
We talked about that before the show started. And I'm gonna play. I'll be the bad guy and say, Monique actually should say she's the woman, but don't. For women, understanding that fact, don't go out there trying to jump on a man for no reason because you mad he ain't doing. You try to jump on a man or a stranger at that because. What you see is I got a lot of cousins that fought us growing up, but we're not going to fight them like a man out there is going to fight them. And they'll have a false sense of what's going to happen when they jump on the man out there because I'm not going to try to hurt you because I'm just sit your ass down somewhere. Get off me.
And if you remember.
So it's important to train.
If you remember beating up all the boys when you were in elementary school and middle school. This shit is different.
No, you know
when we adults.
I'm talking about how you ain't beat boys up.
This shit is different once those hormones kick in.
Yeah.
Once puberty kicks in, shit changes.
Right. Yeah.
I had a friend, Johnny. Johnny was a little he was about 5'4".
Why does it sound like a country song? I had a friend named Johnny.
He was about 5'4", real thin. We go away. Now I was skinny, but I was 6 feet at 11 years old. Right. He goes the summer. We leave. We come back to school after the summer, freshman year, high school. And I'm looking like, damn. Johnny now is 6'4". Johnny is ripped. He ended up by the time we got out of high school, he was so big, it was crazy. But not taking steroids and nothing like that. He was huge. Well, puberty had kicked in for Johnny in a major way. Now he looking down at me like, it's all right, bro. It's all right, bro. I'm like, damn. If it wasn't for technique, so Johnny gave me a go.
Hey, but technique.
And he ended up being a Marine.
I wanted to comment on something. Was it you don't like my music?
What is that?
Yes, but which one was it?
He said that I don't see it.
Mine is the boxers thing.
No, he said that there's a new theory. That
Right.
Pain and what was the other thing?
Most ailments are due to inflammation.
And I don't know how new that is.
That's really not new.
But I agree. But it comes from dehydration, actually. Like that's the root of it.
Or from eating the wrong food.
But constantly having inflammation because you're dehydrated. Because hardly anybody drinks the amount of water that they should every day.
And dehydration ain't new. Now,
which comes
DC Joe Black said, well, my Aunt Candy can beat any man. She can beat any man.
Let me another thing. If boxers didn't wear gloves, it would be a blood sport. If boxers didn't wear gloves, it wouldn't be no boxing because the first time they hit somebody because they
breaking their
punch wrong.
And all these boxers that you see, a lot of them would be like, man, I ain't doing that.
Okay.
Same way they won't do MMA because they scared of getting their shit broke.
Right.
I'll be right back.
I was just talking about the thing with Mike Tyson last week. How
he broke his hand up.
Like right away.
So while Bob was going, I wanted to read. This is a not exactly news, but we're on this while we're talking about health, because I'm looking at the chat and we're talking about health. This is something a lot of people don't know. They know a little bit, but maybe not know this to this extent. How singing affects our health. You seen that, right?
I did. I read
You guys may not know this, but I'm an avid. Is how you say it? How you pronounce it? You guys may not know this about me and Baba,
True.
but you will find us singing quite frequently in our leisure.
And me too, but he doesn't know that because I don't do it in front of anyone.
Okay, I do it in front of everyone.
Yes,
I'm
all
constantly
the
singing.
time.
So I thought this article was very interesting. So, how singing affects the body. Singing informs the body the right vibrations that increase our vitality. Singing informs the body the right vibrations that increase our, okay. During singing, special chemicals are produced in the human brain that helps us feel peace and joy. Singing improves blood circulation in the throat area, which has a beneficial effect on the vocal cords, plums, and numerous lymph nodes in the throat, and therefore significantly increases local immunity. In other words, you get less colds. Improving the blood supply while singing leads to an increase in brain activity. It begins to work more intensively. Your memory improves. Any information is easier to perceive. Singing is beneficial for lung disease as it works as a breathing gymnastics, which promotes chest development. Proper breathing and significantly reduces the number of acute lung conditions. With regular singing, the levels of immunoglobulin and hydrocortisone, which are signs of good immunity, increases in the body. Methods have been developed that treat hiccups through singing and helps improve diction. Singing is even used in the fight against obesity. Sometimes it's available to overweight people when they feel hungry instead of eating, singing 2 or 3 songs.
Great. Yeah, oral fixation.
Yeah, attention girls, singing, or women, and singing improves blood supply to the head area and generally rejuvenates the body. Skin condition improves. Why would that just be for women? I don't understand that, why they said that. This is why experts recommend singing at least 5 minutes a day, equating singing to physical exercise.
I was gonna say, and Relay shared this article with me, and I made sure that I shared it with my mother because my father about 6 weeks ago had a stroke, and I was suggesting to him that he take singing lessons because he likes to sing. But that's something that I had always heard, that singing was really good for those who had experienced the difficulties after stroke, and just recovering their voice and
Right.
normal speaking ability. So yeah, I mean, he's doing well, and he moves fine. Everything is okay as far as like his movement goes, but he's still trying to get his old thing. Like when you first see him, it's just like normal. Like if you just said hi and bye, you wouldn't be able to tell. But when you sit and talk with him, then you can notice it a little bit more. But he loves to sing, so I've been trying to convince him to do singing lessons because I think it would really help him.
So now James says singers do cardio to improve their endurance, though. Yes.
Yeah, that's true because if you're a professional singer, you want to be a better singer. So the more wind you have, the better you can sing.
Now I'm gonna tell you, LL back in the day, I seen him in concert. If you've ever seen LL in concert when he was young,
that's amazing.
He's constantly moving, jumping on speakers, all that, and doesn't stop rapping. And so people's like, how did you do that? He says, well, I do what boxers do. So I run miles, I run hills, right. He builds up his endurance to do it.
Have to do that.
Whereas during those days, a lot of the other rappers were just sitting drinking cognac.
Right. They start
smoking.
See, like certain camps used to do that. Like Def Squad, they would have camps, they would work out, they understood that.
Well, I tell you, that's what people are joking about.
Rapping does not count as far as the calisthenics of. It's not, well, it is good calisthenics, but it's not the same as singing as far as the healing factors of it. Right. It's not going to be the same. Not even humming. Humming has some healing factors. It's not going to be the same as singing. It's going to be different. The same with plants. Humming affects plants' growth, not like singing.
Now I'll say this about that: if you stutter, you can sing, you won't stutter. Because if you're a stutter, you probably know. If you whisper, you don't stutter. But also when you sing, you don't stutter. I think I had talked about when I met James Earl Jones. I wrote an article on that a while ago, and it was a movie set going on. Well, I have this thing about me where I say, okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can just walk in. You talk about the people with the ladder, you know.
Right.
I just let me see if I can just walk in there. Let me see what their security is like. And I just walked on the set, and I'm looking. I said, "Oh snap! This is James Earl Jones."
Wow.
You know, and he was sitting in a car. It was cut open so they could film and stuff like that. But you know, when you watch, you think he's just sitting in the car. And he saw me. When they cut, he waved. Right. I said, "Mr. Jones," you know, and so the director came over, assistant director, I think. He says, "So, would you like to meet Mr. Jones?" I said, "Yeah, that's one of my idols." Yeah, you know, not really idols like I told you before. I have 4 actual idols. But that's why it's movies, acting. I said, "Oh snap, hell yeah," you know. So he introduced me, and he was telling that same person, said, "Mr. Jones said he appreciates that you love his acting, blah, 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 blah." So I'm talking back and forth. He's talking through that person. I'm like, why is he doing that? He's being funny? I didn't realize he was a stutterer. So I'm cracking jokes and he's laughing and stuff like that. I said, he's engaged, but he's talking to, and he saw me looking like, he said, "Mr. Jones wants you to know that he's a severe stutterer. But so that's why he's talking through me, but he wants you to know that he loves you." He went like that. Right.
Wow.
And I was like, damn. And so
wow.
And that's how I learned that James Earl Jones was a severe stutterer.
Man, who knew?
Because back then we had no internet, so you know you wouldn't that wasn't just
and
open information.
I still ain't know. So let's read this to you real quick. Kicks kill the boxer, generally speaking. However, a boxer's hands are keen. Learning boxing for 6 months to a year and learning BJJ after that will prepare you for almost anything except weapons. That's
right. Okay, cool. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
That. That's why I feel like that would be a great way to bridge.
Yeah.
6 months of boxing, that's all your hands straight.
Like
6 months.
Six. Controversial statements.
That wasn't him. That wasn't.
No, that was why not learn. That was why not learn.
It went away already.
Appreciate that.
Said that black music has done more for civil rights than any one man, I think.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So
quit trolling.
There are dozens of different martial. I'm sure. Why not learn? I don't know if you want to tell your age. You got to be young. You got to be young. I love you, man, or woman.
You don't like my music,
but yeah, that's what I mean. You don't like my music. You got to be young, brother, sister, whatever you may be. But you know, keep it up. Keep up your studies and keep sharing with us. And not keep up live. Keep up live. Because that's more powerful than just saying keep up live.
If you're 47 and you're young and you're understanding of that particular subject.
Now, you said if you don't like my music, it's 47?
47.
What? You don't like my music. You tripping, man. You tripping. You don't like my music. No, let me go ahead. So, although there are dozens of different martial arts globally, we group them into 2 main categories.
Young in spirit.
Yeah, exactly. Striking and grappling. That's mainly how we categorize stuff. Striking, grappling.
Yeah.
Right? Grappling is defined in serious martial arts schools as well as in good books, and in history as a close hand-to-hand struggle or to take a strong hold of somebody or something and struggle with them. Grappling takes place both standing and on the ground. Both standing and on the ground. We're going to get into people saying grappling is about being on the ground, and why that shit came about. That people saying that, right? Same as people calling people that write creatives.
They call artists creatives now.
Right. Period. But creative is wrong. Creative is an adjective. It's not a noun. You are creative. When he raps, what is he? It's describing what you are. He's creative, not a noun. You're not a creative. You're a creator. But we'll get into that in a minute because social media has made shit wrong. Same way when we say I want to get, and I talked about this in the message to y'all. I want to get some seeded watermelons. We think that means it got seeds. Seeded means the seeds have been removed. But social media has made us think otherwise, and it's affected that. So my sister is one of the heads of the USDA. She said, well, we use the term, so I sent her several different dictionary definitions of seeded. Right. And it means the seeds and pitted, it has been removed, not that it contains.
This is what
but social media has done that. Social media has made us really, but it's cool because it's made the world, so it made us idiots to the world, but the world's an idiot because the world follows social media. So now the world is wrong. That is crazy. So you're going to see later in books, they're going to change that shit. Because instead of people changing and saying the shit the right way, they're going to change it. Well, this same thing is happening, but we're about to get into that in a minute. Grappling takes place both standing, make that clear, and on the ground, and includes clinches, grabs, chokes, throws, joint locks, sprawls, muscle, tendon, and ligament crushes, energy drills, passes, leg wrapping, and takedowns.
But today, thanks to the popularity of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, the word grappling has been redefined and reduced to fighting while on the ground. So grappling is now nothing but a submission contest on the ground. What does this mean for ground and pound or Muay Thai or Egbeogun or Keto or a Screamer or a Pinke Salat? As a general rule, you can't punch in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, whether it's in a competition or in a training session. So that's it for grappling. Just rolling around in the booty shorts with somebody else in booty shorts for a fake gold medal or a rank belt. It's gotten so bad, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu folks just drop right on their booties now to defend themselves. I mean, it's crazy. The grappling systems include Aikido, made popular by you-know-who, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Egbeogun, Eskrima, Hapkido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Pinchat Salat, excuse me, Sambo,
Shuai
Jiao, shoot fighting, and wrestling.
Let's clarify a few grappling terms. Clinching takes place with both competitors on their feet using various holds applied to the upper body of the opponent. Clinching is generally used to set up or defend against throws or takedowns.
So we're going to show you all some clinching. We're going to go over to camera B.
All right.
And we'll show you 50-50 collar and elbow and wrist grab. So he grabs my wrist, we're clinched. I grab his wrist. Okay. So this is a clinch. Okay. From this, believe me, we clinch fighting. I gotta get out, you gotta, so we're grabbing each other like that, right? Or he gets me trying to choke, I'm stopping his hand, he's trying to move my hand over there, I'm going to the other hand, that's clinching. We're standing up. You can get on the ground too, but also 50-50 position, you all have seen. Then we pummel in and other side. So this is clinching. That's clinching. This is clinching. You see this in it's really done for real, but you see this all the time in WWE.
Oh, I know you about to say.
That's collar and elbow. That's a collar and elbow clinch.
That's a real clinch.
Right. That's a real clinch for real. For real. Real clinch, right? That's a real clinch. And then to pummel with that, he goes under, I go under. You snake under, you grab the other side. Go under. Now wrestling, Western wrestling usually doesn't do pummeling with collar and elbow. We do. Yeah. So that's collar and elbow. And that is used, the second most used clinch, the most used clinch is 50-50.
Yeah. Everybody do that.
But you should be able to go from both. Go into both. Okay? Because that's how fights going to transition like that. Real fights transition all kinds of different ways. Right? If I'm in a fight with somebody, and I grab, he's trying to reach around my waist. I grab him here, right? And he grabs my arm here. He is in a 50-50 position. I'm in a collar and elbow position. It happens like that. But we're standing the whole time. Boom! I can hit him with knees, right? Slap his kidneys. You know, I can grind against his head with my head. I can pull a tool. And he can too. This is why I'm holding his arm, right? Trying to keep him from pulling the tool. We're controlling the other person's arm, so we don't want them to stab us or whatever. It's not because we're going to do this here, or I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. Fights go too quick for that. I can push him off and then go into striking. I'm grappling still, but I'm striking as well from that. But we're still standing up. You got me? So you can still stand and grapple. So that is clinching. That's what she was just talking about, clinching. Those are the clinches that we were doing.
Next is takedowns. A takedown is used by one grappler to
right here, something.
A takedown is used by one grappler to manipulate their opponent's joints or sweep or reap their legs from a standing position to put their opponent on their back, belly, or side, also known as wrestling. The grappler completing the takedown aims to end in a dominant position. So that's takedowns. Throws. Throw is a technique in which one grappler lifts or off balances their opponent and maneuvers them forcefully through the air or to the ground. The purpose of throws varies among the different disciplines of grappling, with some emphasizing throws with the potential to incapacitate the opponent, while leaving the thrower standing, or to gain a takedown or controlling position.
All right, we're going to show the difference between throws and takedowns so you all are clear. What happened?
I'm just reading the comments.
Oh.
I need to stop.
So, difference between a throw and a takedown. Okay.
We need to drop the camera down a little bit.
No. Okay. They just need to see the. So, if I'm doing a hip throw versus a hip press takedown, the throw is using my muscles to elevate him. It's usually really not my muscles, but my technique leverage to elevate him, right? So, don't move. I'm here, so you can see that. I get my butt below his hips. I lift my hips up. See, he's off the ground now.
I'm floating, y'all.
And this isn't heavy for me or anything. It's just because it's technique. I come around this way. So with the throw, I'm here. Bring him over. And I can control his. Be careful if you're working throws, if you don't know, if you can't control the person's descent. Both of y'all can get jacked up. So that's a throw.
That was a lamb throw.
Now, yes, that's why they call me lamb. Now, hip press takedown is I'm off balancing him, but I'm not elevating.
Right.
throw, I'm elevating you, right? Here, I grab him around his waist, my head's down. I step to the side.
And train, you want to lift me up.
And then I push my head in there. He goes down. That's a takedown. Another takedown would be.
Took no energy from him, like it was efficient.
Right, I didn't have to lift him. Another takedown, he punches. And he gets taken down. All I did there, he punches. I just moved that. And he punched at me. Just for those who say you can't grab somebody's wrist. My students get insulted. When you do it, I say, no. They can't grab somebody's wrist. So that's why they're talking. If you don't know a thing, it doesn't exist. But the thing that we always do is, if it don't exist for us, we assume it don't exist for nobody.
Right.
It's bullshit.
Absolutely.
So he punches. Okay, he punches. I'm sorry. Whoop. I turned his wrist out. Now I don't turn it all the way out like that. That's the Japanese way of doing that outside wrist lock, I think they call it.
If you see, he just did that and it didn't make me move.
Right, and now I press his palm towards his.
Yeah, them push-ups I was doing on the
That's to keep him planted. So now I can strike or whatever he's planted.
I just want to go down.
And if I want to take him down, I take his palm towards his heel. That's all I did. So when you saw me walk, we punched, bang, bang, I took it towards his heel and I walked off. That's all I did. Okay, that's a takedown. A throw, I got to use more energy than that. Okay. So tell me this. Face here. If I do this, is that a throw or a takedown?
But you gotta say, chat, throw a takedown.
Is that a throw or a takedown?
What they saying in there?
You're not saying anything.
Well, y'all quiet now.
So once again,
come on, you don't like my music. You got so much to say. Come on.
so, and I'm gonna show you. So here, I'll tell you. Number one, if I do a reap, that is I kick his leg out. That's actually a throw.
Yeah, because you.
I use muscular energy to knock your leg out the way. If I use, this is not the same.
That's a fulcrum. Right?
This is the fulcrum throw. So the one I kicked his leg out. This fulcrum throw here, the fulcrum is at his thigh. Okay, it's not at his knee. It's at his thigh. This. And this is a different technique here. This comes from what we call law cheering, leg wrapping. Okay, you heard earlier grappling includes leg wrapping, right? And I bring him down here. He goes over that fulcrum. That's a takedown. They look similar. That's a takedown. You see what I did? I just stepped my foot there. This is different.
More force too.
That's different. That's a throw. They look
similar.
similar, but they're not the same. Yes.
What about the hip toss from like WWF? How do you do that?
That's a hip throw. That's all I did. But the only difference.
She wants you to hip throw, bro. That's all.
I just did a hip throw. I threw it lightly. That's the hip throw. That's this.
That's it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But WWE is entertainment.
Right.
So when I go like this, he also jumps.
Yeah, I jumped.
And that now he goes, right. Then that's the hip toss. That's just a show.
Bob heard a lot worse, and you don't have to do all that.
I've seen a person actually get hip thrown onto concrete, and they didn't get back up.
It's a force multiplier here.
Yeah, the ground is a hell of a force multiplier.
Someone said that looks like judo.
So, the hip throw is only so many ways the body works. So a hip throw is done in judo. It's done in the African wrestling systems. It's done in Greco-Roman wrestling. It's done in jiu-jitsu, not Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu traditionally doesn't even have takedowns.
Oh wow.
That's why they drop to their booty in their booty shorts and try to pull the other dude in his booty shorts down.
What was the worst part about wrestling in school was those singlets.
The singlets, yeah, but
at
at least y'all had takedowns too.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know, y'all were fighting for dominant positions and takedowns. They just go right to their booty.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We didn't
come
go
on
right
in.
to the booty. You didn't go right.
Come on in. They made it more difficult. I'm like, damn, it's more difficult than dealing with girls in the 70s. Don't worry about that, y'all.
So naturally, we can transition now to sprawling. A sprawl is a defensive technique usually used when the opponent attempts a takedown. It is performed by shifting the legs backwards and spreading out in one fast motion. If done correctly, one will land on their opponent's back and gain control.
So a person charging, trying to take your legs, you throw your legs back, you land on top of them. Okay, that's a sprawl. That's also done from standing. In fact, if you can sprawl while you're on the ground, show it to me. Yeah. I'll be impressed.
If you're on the ground, you ain't on your knees, yeah, you doing some bad.
Even if you're on your knees or squatting and you sprawl from the ground with any effectiveness, I want to see that.
Submission holds. There are generally two types of submission holds. Those that would potentially strangle or suffocate an opponent, chokes, and those that would potentially cause injury to a joint or other body part, locks. In sport grappling, a competitor is expected to submit either verbally or by tapping the opponent to admit defeat. When they are caught in a submission hold, they cannot escape. Competitors who refuse to tap out risk unconsciousness or serious injury.
All right, so we're going to show both of those types of submission holds. Okay.
So real quick, it is Baba high level does allow him to catch a fist, a punch at the wrist, but you don't have to get to Baba's level to be able to do that. You just have to train. That's
but what somebody said is I do that only because of my high level.
It's Baba, you're a high level. Your high level is mere mortals aren't catching someone's wrist.
Well, let me say this too. I definitely am not teaching you to catch somebody's wrist. I'm not going to teach you that on here because that could end up you getting bopped in the face or whatever. So no, and I've only done that instinctively out there once. Normally, I ain't trying to catch nobody's wrist either.
Hold up, man. Why not learn? If you are an average level grappler, you can eat a punch and take down someone.
Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to this because I'm not. You don't never want to eat a punch.
I want to
and
see.
there are people who hit you so hard.
Tyson.
You're not going to just eat Tyson's punch and keep grappling.
And there's people that punch like Tyson out there on the street.
But I know where they got that from. No, so that is perpetuated nowadays in MMA. MMA people that specialize in wrestling, they'll say, you can just eat the punch or the knee and still take them down. I've seen that happen.
Me too.
But it ain't got nothing to do with you eating the punch.
I've seen it.
You're saying it wrong. So what he's doing is this. He's punching. Y'all saw me yesterday grabbing. I'm not doing this. I'm not eating the punch. He's punching. I'm under the punch.
Right.
I'm not eating the punch. If he throws a knee right now, I'm so close. Throw it.
I can't throw it.
He throws it, or throw it this one because it's close. See, it's not effective. He's not eating. He's not gonna do this either. Stand there and just eat a knee. Hey, grab it. That's not happening.
Nah, you ain't gonna eat no hook and just keep going. I don't care. You think he's just gonna run it? I'm just gonna, it's gonna come right through that and just. It don't work like that. Average grappler.
What average grappler?
What the average grapplers get hooked in the mouth a lot? I don't understand. All right, let's stop.
So anyway,
Y'all got to stop trading this advice on out there like that, man.
Yeah.
It's
So
just-
and we deal with that. That's the danger of just the social media is very dangerous when it comes to your security.
Right.
Because people just say whatever. Everybody's just an expert. I say whatever. You saying what you're saying. I say whatever but I feel like. And you don't know what you're saying, and that can endanger people. That's like a person who don't know how to swim. So I'm gonna teach y'all how to swim. Shit, that swimming master, he taught y'all, so I can do it too. And then you die.
And you're thinking from, like I said, sometimes your comments show where you're thinking from. Yeah, it happens on the street where two people don't know nothing. They just street fighting. Somebody can't go down and punch you.
If all you know how to do is wrestle a little bit, and I'm gonna knee you. Yeah, you eat that because he ain't throwing hard. He's doing a YMCA karate knee.
You're gonna eat a Taibo knee. Yeah, you can eat that. You can eat a
Taibo knee. But you ain't eating no Muay Thai knee.
Right, you eat a Taibo knee. You might eat this punch right here coming in. I try to punch you like that. You might still scoop me. But what's your way to hit you with this motherfucker? You're not who you is. You're not eating that.
What's funny?
You gonna eat though.
What's funny? A friend of mine is a wrestler, and if he's watching, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it was we laughed at it. He dropped low to take my leg.
The double leg.
And I dropped low. Hit him in the jaw. I'm like, dude,
Meet you right.
we can all drop low, right? But a person who doesn't know how to grapple won't know when you drop low what to do.
Right, y'all drop low.
So you drop low, he doing it, drop low, he doing it.
Right, I'm just gonna be down there.
Or he's trying to punch up here and he ain't doing nothing.
Right.
No. He dropped, I'm right with him.
We can talk.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We can grapple with no hands.
No, that's no exaggeration.
Yeah, you
He
see
trains-
that in the MMA.
I'm just saying he trains us to throw. If I'm gonna throw my hook right here, I'm not gonna be right here and throw like this. I'm gonna come down right here.
Exactly.
That's where I'm gonna throw that hook at. So I see you go down. Wow, what the fuck going on down there?
Right.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
But you see people in the MMA that they come across something that they haven't encountered and they don't know what to do. You see them.
Right.
Yeah.
You see it in MMA all the time when a new discipline comes in, like when what's his name came in with karate? Well, Shotokan. What's his name? His name was
Lyoto Machida.
Machida. I said Shotokan. Machida.
Lyoto Machida. He does Shotokan.
He came in there with Shotokan karate, was whipping ass for a minute.
And what's the other dude? Wonder Boy.
Right.
Him too.
Came in, yeah, they come in for something you ain't seen for a second. But if it ain't true, it ain't gonna last. You see what lasts in MMA. It's the mixture, and that's still a sport, so you can't apply that to out here.
Right. So when we're talking about the two types of submission, one is the attack on the joint. So he strikes, I'm here, I really be here. Now he's caught in this position, I come here. Okay. I don't want to, that's called a kuko. So he strikes, I do something that, so you can't say, because I trained forever.
Mm-hmm.
So he strikes, you don't even do this. Got, hit him with that karate hand. Then I come over, and then I'm right here. Okay. Now, once I have him here, this is called a kuko. I turn off the axis.
That's it.
He's saying tap because it is tearing up his rotator cuffs. Okay, in his shoulder. I've used this and actually dislocated the dude's arm who was trying to steal from our school, threatened my receptionist, and was going to threaten to get a gun on me. I had put him in this position. After he caught a couple of knees, then he got put there. So I didn't just grab him there either. It was this. He goes to punch. I'm here. I was happy with the punch. I'm here. Right?
Can you real quick about one thing they didn't see? When he did like this is a blow right here. That's a blow.
Right.
He didn't just insert his hand there. That's a blow.
That's a blow. Boom. And then pull down. And then boom. I started rocking with knees first. He's weak. Once I feel this get weak, then I turn right into that and I kept turning, just snap that. This is blocking his thigh so he doesn't fall and doesn't get this. I don't want him to fall. So that's an attack on the joints. That's a Kuko.
Nasty lock.
That's the
He loves
first.
that lock. And you get it from everywhere.
Yeah. Hit it from any direction. He just messed with the wrong person who loved to do that. The other way is a rear naked choke. He's taller than me, so I'm bringing him down to my height, really lowering my height. I want to put his elbow under, my elbow under his chin. Now, I slide back, do not do the hand this way.
I had the same shirt on 2 years ago when I got rear naked.
Really?
Yep.
You go here. I haven't even started. You see how it's got to change it.
And
now I want to touch my elbows together and expand my chest. And then knock him out in about 5 to 10 seconds.
That's not the UFC rear naked. That's not the rear naked where you can pull off.
Rear naked in the UFC is like this.
See, okay, that's already. You see what? Now put your elbow like you have it, Bob, before you even lock it. This is already. I'm already in bad shape. I'm being choked already.
And so now this. That's UFC elbow. That can knock you out now.
But it's slow. It's slow.
This here, this us. The reason why, if I had a knife in my hand, see, this is the tip of the knife right here.
Because we always got knife line.
I cannot do this way and end up stabbing myself. That would be foolish. So I go this way. The edge of the knife is up. He's there, and then I cut him as I'm coming off. Cut his nose off. Something like that. Okay. Because if thine nose offends thee, cut it off. If thine nose, not mine.
If thine nose offends.
All right, so that is the difference between joint lock and, well, that's not different. That's joint locks and chokes. Those are two different types of submission holds. Are we back in on this one? Oh yeah.
We love y'all, man, but we gotta sometimes on y'all chat, man. We gotta sometimes address some of that stuff, man, because people are watching and listening. Our viewership is going up. I've been watching. Very pleased about that.
And let me say this too. When you're an academic person, even if you're not, not an academic like Jared, not somebody with a PhD, but somebody that's very studious, into your books, into your tapes and all of that. We have to be careful because books keep us in theory. When it comes to martial arts, okay. I love to read myself. Right? I love to research. But books keep us in theory. If we don't pressure test that shit, it means nothing. It means nothing. When it comes to revolutionary violence, if you don't pressure test it, you won't know when to use it. That's why you got fools telling people you can go run into police stations and shoot up the police station. You got all kinds of crazy shit because these people ain't pressure tested nothing. Because if you pressure test, you'll know if I run into a police station and shoot, I don't just walk out there like it's a movie, like I'm John Wick. I got to deal with the shit that follows. So you have to pressure test what you're doing. And people talking all of that. Pressure test it. Let's see what happens. Pressure test it and let's see what happens. So we're not in the business of giving technique that hasn't been pressure tested.
Right. And I appreciate
and not just by somebody else.
Right.
By us.
Right.
Because then I'm just still talking shit. I saw something or heard something. Let me pressure test it. That's why we all tell y'all train. Take this technique with a partner and train it.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Right, the mat is always the truth.
We appreciate you straightening that. Why not learn said he wasn't saying, just he didn't mean to say eat a punch, because running in with reckless abandonment. We appreciate you.
Got you.
Straightening that out.
And also for the intellect, just be careful that, and we talked about this before, just because you're an expert in one area and your mind works good, it doesn't mean that you know everything.
Right. You can't intellectualize this.
No, you cannot. James says something. Why not learn? I've never seen a fight not go to the ground except once. Yes, so 99% of fights go to the ground. While doing this, I'm researching what some strikers are saying, because they got karate schools and stuff, they want students.
Right.
So they're lying because they know people ain't pressure testing shit.
Right.
So they say, well, that's just not true. All the fights I've seen, stay standing up. Like, what fights have you seen then, sucker? I'm like, man, you're lying to the people.
Or that's the problem. He's seen fights, which
Right.
we understand is
Fights in agreement.
Boxing.
Yeah,
matches.
boxing matches,
Right.
exactly. And boxing matches don't 100% stay to the ground if it's a good match. You know why? Because somebody get knocked the fuck out. They going to the ground.
He's going to the ground most of the time. And we
Well,
like you too. Don't like
If you get hit in your jaw, like in a boxing match, you may fall to the ground. I said earlier, if you ain't training them legs, you may fall, but that ain't the end of you. If it is, then it's the end of you if you think that is.
Right.
You better be able to get up on your knees, or then you fight from your booty, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You better be able to do those things. So we ain't up here like, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is garbage. Hell no. Anybody say that is a fool.
Yeah.
You do.
Said that.
Because most fights go to the ground. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is valuable. But when we dealt with the hood last week, most fights I've also seen somebody picking something up, hitting them up.
Right.
Well, if you're on the ground, you don't want to. I'm from Chicago, the West Side. Most fights I've seen involve somebody picking up a tool,
Yes.
even if it's just a brick,
Yes.
hit them up in the head. All right. So because somebody's gonna be weaker than another, the weaker person always pick up something,
There you go.
unless they just got dominated.
Or
They couldn't
they
grab
didn't get
nothing.
a chance to.
Right. My mama taught me when I was young. She said, Adam, be very careful because a lot of people out there afraid of you because your skill. Don't just show your skill and look so dominant over your friends. I said, what you mean? I am dominant over my friends. She said, don't show that. Because a person, if they're afraid of you, they're more likely to kill you. She said, as y'all get older, you'll understand this more. She told me that at 10 years old. She said, you get older, you're going to see no longer is this people just took an ass whooping from you.
There you go.
So don't show what you do, know what you do. And then if you have to show them well.
So they never want to know again.
Right, so they never or can't know again.
Real violence is chaos. It can be, not necessarily.
Right.
It can be very controlled, brother.
Okay, so this here, throw me injury drill. This is violence because if I hit him in his face, he'll be hurt. If he hit me in my face, I'm hurt. This is violence, but it's controlled. Okay, all right. That's why we bring in Coco on there about confronting contradictions, because we say a lot of things that is contradictory to reality, man, or contradictory to what we want to be. We want to be these things, but we're constantly contradicting ourselves. And I try to work when it comes to this. I try not to be contradictory. You know what I mean?
And it's hard because we're dealing with people that we can't say, "Hey, show us that real quick."
Right, but even
that's how we do, and that's not to be funny.
Even in that, as much as a brother said to me years ago, and I've told y'all this. He said, "Man, good as you are at martial arts, I really say you ain't that good with martial arts." What do you mean? He's a martial artist. He said, "Cause y'all eat them bean pies." I said, "What?" And the other brother said, "What? What are you talking about?" He said, you drink Gatorade," to the other brother. And the brother said, "Gatorade is good. It's for good dehydration." He said, "Pour that in a cat bowl and see if a cat will drink that Gatorade. It will not. It will not drink it because it knows that's harmful." So cat got more sense than y'all. So y'all talk about y'all great at fighting, y'all great combatants, but really y'all stupid, man. And
you may have
the
a
older
guy
brother
that
that's
just
here.
still get your ass whipped.
Well, it's the brother that's here that you know who I'm talking about, right? He said that, although he said something also crazy about no black man can beat an Asian, a certain Asian. I won't say exactly the type, so you'll know, but you know who I'm talking about now for sure. Well, but once again, so he talked about us with the diet. He's right. Yeah. But I talked about him talking about no black man could beat an Asian, and I'm right.
Right.
So we both we're confronting contradictions, and that's why we're bringing Coco on, because that's what she does, confronting contradiction. That's her show. Make sure you watch Coco's show, Confronting Contradictions is great. So we'll be bringing her on as our guest November 18th. Y'all definitely want to be here for that one. All right. Oh, and we got it next. We got to get Dr. Ball on here.
Yeah, well.
As a guest. And I want him to bring his monkey ball.
Yeah, because
from the Navy.
He was in the chat too.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
I think Kalani was too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Early.
So,
right. Securing or controlling techniques. A pin involves holding an opponent on their back in a position where they are unable to attack.
Right.
In some styles of competitive grappling, a pin is an instant victory. And in other styles, it is considered a dominant position that is awarded with points. Other controlling techniques are used to hold an opponent face down on the ground or on all fours in order to prevent an escape or attack. Either of these types of techniques may be used as a prelude to a submission hold. Escapes. In a general sense, an escape is accomplished by maneuvering out of danger or from an inferior position. For example, when a grappler who is underneath side control moves to guard or gets back to a neutral standing position, or when a grappler is able to maneuver out of a submission attempt and back into a position where they are no longer in immediate danger of being submitted.
That's one point.
And finally, reversals or sweeps. These occur when a grappler who is underneath their opponent on the ground is able to maneuver so that they gain a top position over their opponent.
So now Ominiki and Bile are going to show up and over. And I'm doing that because I've been drinking this mushroom coffee. And if I get there and do up and over, it's going to be over. So,
really going to be over.
You're right, exactly. Be doing like my baby. My baby, she does this thing now. It'll be that.
She enjoying that sound.
She passed gas, right? I said, uh-oh. And then she go, I said, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she did with her mouth. I said, that's exactly what you just did, right? So that's her big thing. And shout out to Shango Tundun. That is my youngest daughter's new name. She just got it this morning. She's in Nigeria right now with her mama. So they're in Nigeria right now. She just got a new name. You all have heard me say Okikiola. She's still Okikiola, of course. But she's also Shango Tundun, which means Shango is excited and sweet. And that's her. She's just all over the place, but she's just the sweetest thing. So.
And y'all, if you're watching, I do still want an all-white suit, just like Baba got. I can send you money for that. I want that all white. I want that. All right. Up and over. Now, you want me to do up and over her? It'd be more dynamic since I'm so tall, way taller.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to start from the head.
Nah, she going to up and over you, you mean?
Okay. Oh, my fault. We're doing it from the ground up and over.
From the ground.
You know what I'm talking about, up and over? You know what I'm thinking about up and over this way.
No, up and over escape.
Okay, we got it. All right, so ground. Let's do it. Let's adjust the camera here. We're going to take it down a notch.
So we just dealt with grappling. That whole thing was dealing with grappling. Next, we're about to deal with striking.
Yep.
So we're in camera B now.
All right. So here we go. Now we know. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you talk to her.
So he has mounted her. Pause, not that way.
Right.
He's mounted her, meaning his legs are straddled across her waist. Most people think this is the worst position you're in the losing position. It's not the worst. It's the second worst position you can be in on the ground.
If you're not trained, it will feel like it's over from here.
Right, exactly. And so, and you may have seen it over. Somebody got somebody like this, and it was over for that person on the bottom.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. So, what she's going to do, normally we say footwork drives all technique. Well, on the ground, what's your footwork? It's your hips, right? Same up top, you're using your hips, but it's driven by your feet, right? But now it's your hips driven by your ass, to be honest. Okay. Can't say it no better way. Well, I can say your booty, your backside.
Right.
Students one time said to me, I was watching them, the owner of this school, African Center School, the students asked me, because they said, can we battle? Rap battle? I said, yes. I said, but y'all know the words you can't say. They said, so we can't say booty? I said, no, you cannot say booty. Well, she always had one of the students there as a spy on the adults, which is weird. The students would have a tribunal deciding if that teacher could stay or be fired. It was just some weird shit. But anyway, she called me and said, well, you know, one of the students told me that you said booty. I said, no. The students asked me, I said booty. I said, the students asked me, can they say booty in the battle? I said, no. They said, we can't even use booty. No, you cannot say booty. I said, that's exactly how they went. Said, but you said booty. I said, sister, if you want to fire me, goddamn it, fire me. If you're looking, but don't grasp at straws trying to fire me.
Right.
Because I'm stopping them from saying things I know you didn't want them to say. Okay. For me, I wouldn't mind them saying booty. I wouldn't mind them saying, ass if it's clever in the way they rhymed. But I know you don't want that. So if you want to fire me, fire. Oh, no, I don't want to fire you. I said, okay, we ain't got nothing else to talk about. All right, see you later. I don't care what no child said in their opinion about me letting them say booty because it's construed. Anyway, and I do care what children say. I don't care what no child saying in judgment over me like that. So anyway, they're going to get into, she's going to use her backside. For anybody that's offended by me saying ass, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Real quick,
I'll ask next time.
If you're in this position, you find yourself in this position, which you should definitely train this, you will get the opportunity to do an up and over escape. If you find yourself in this position, all you have to do is just model what she's doing and have her hands.
So see how she has her hands on her chin, like, oh, Home Alone.
Right.
That's so he can't choke.
It looks like she might be looking like she's scared, but that's keeping me
from choking.
Right. Which is what.
So you're talking to him. I can't choke her.
Right.
He can't even go around her neck with his arm and choke.
Right.
So what's he going to do? He's going to strike.
Right.
I ask people this all the time. Well, he can't choke. What is he going to do? I ask people just off the street who come to class and they happen to be in class when we work in this, right? And they'll always say, well, because they think, what would they do? I'm gonna strike.
Right.
You're going to hit him. So that's the perfect time because his ashe is focusing on punching, not on balancing himself. Most of the time when we punch, standing up, if you know how to punch, you're using your hip, your balance. You'll see people who don't know how to punch leaning into it. Mm-hmm. They're off balance. The easiest thing, you're talking about me catching a punch. I catch that punch, show off, catch it, kiss it, slap him in the face with it because they're off balance. Okay. So when he goes to punch, just don't do it yet. Just show the punch, to punch her in the face, He's there. No, go ahead, touch her face. He has to lean forward, especially want to bang. He got long arms, but if he doesn't have long arms, he really got to lean. Right. But when he does any of that energy like that, anyway, forward. She comes forward. So he goes back to punch. She pushes her hips up. He catches himself. He got to. A human being will do more to escape pain than to gain pleasure. So the pleasure is hitting in the face. But the pain is him hitting his face on the ground. Right. And so he'll do more to escape that. And so he'll put both his hands down on that ground, which he may know is not the smartest thing, but he'll do it. She pushes. And now she reaches up. She grabs one of those arms and pulls him down. He's stronger than her, but she got two arms on his one. She pins it to his chest. Now on that same side, she pins his foot. She puts it there so he can't push his foot out and keep himself upright. And now she pushes her hips up again and rolls him over. Because now he's riding her hips. And now she attacks him. Now you get out of there quick. So slide back. Or do that again. Just right. Come all the way over so they can see. So you can see what just happened. This is the last part of grappling, which for you all would be most important for grappling, how to get the hell up out of there.
That's what you want to know. So
he's trying to punch her. She said, no. And she grabs the arm, pins the foot. And now she pushes her hips up. He's riding it, rolls him over. And now she gets out of there. Get out of there. That's more important than punching him.
She
Get
just
out of
won't
there.
punch on me. She just wants. It has to be violent.
So it's more important to get the hell out of there.
I'm trying to stun you so that
Could
I
you
can
show them?
escape one foot.
Now he said, now you don't have to hit him to stun him. So I'll show that. You don't have to headhunt ever. Like I said, ever. Repeat after me. You don't ever have to headhunt. So come down. You roll him over. You're in between his legs. I'm in between his legs. I don't have to headhunt because actually he can block that too.
Mm-hmm.
He can block that, and now he can start working shit on me. Because if we turn back over, he'd be in that mount position. So he has a lot that he can do here. So instead, once I get up, I immediately come to his one leg. I push that shit down.
Yeah.
And now, not the leg closest to him, to this side, the one furthest, I come across. I kneel in this. This is called crock biting. See, I just tap. I ain't even fully in it yet. I crock bite. I come across. And then I walk out of there.
You see that? You see how uncomfortable he is?
You see how long you let me feel uncomfortable? See how you do?
It's
called a crock bite. It hurts so bad, and that goes from your 5 fingers over your ankle up to your groin.
Listen.
So you're gonna hit that if you just kneel there.
It's called a crock bite because it feels like an alligator or a crocodile is
Biting you. Right, exactly.
Goodness gracious.
So it's real bright. It's real bright.
I think it's just that camera adjustment.
It's got to adjust. Yeah, it's on some. I was super light skinned.
The booty
I was like, I know Bob ain't that yellow.
Let my children tell it. My daughter gave me. It's some white folks who live across the lake from us, right? And they were outside. She said, "Daddy, you can go over there and stand with them, and we wouldn't know who was who." I said, "You cold? That's cool." I said,
That's
"Just
cool,
remember,
baby.
I'm your
Cool,
father.
baby.
So if you got a white ass father, then you mixed in."
You wrong for that, baby. You wrong for that.
So but I'm used to it all my life. I'm from a family we do that. So anyway, well y'all probably figured that out. Yeah. So striking is what we're dealing with now. Is defined as keeping enough distance to be able to land shots on your opponent using your hands, feet, arms, legs, or even your head. Okay. While most people like to believe that striking martial arts are more efficient for self-defense situations than grappling ones, especially for circumstances involving multiple attackers, is that a fact or is it simply someone's truth? Okay. So truth is rooted in opinion. If I believe vampires are real, you say they're not. I give you a good argument and you say, well, I guess they are real. Now my truth has become your truth. It still doesn't make it fact.
Right.
It's just my truth, and you believe it. We can have 5,000 people believe it, and we're around them, and it's truth. It's the truth for us. But outside of us, is it fact? Is it indeed fact that vampires are real? Now, if I bring in a vampire and put it on social media, and I open the curtain, and the curtains hit him, and he dissolves. Right, and just his fangs left on the ground. Now it's a fact. Vampires are real. Okay, so is it a fact or is it true that striking is better against multiple opponents than grappling?
It's a fact if you.
It's a fact if it's proven.
It's a fact if you can prove it.
Right. If it's proven, not just proven through words, but
right.
Through action. Striking is just as effective as grappling in a self-defense situation involving multiple attackers because they will both end with you getting your ass whooped at best. Striking will end if you got, so it's me striking against 5 people. I'm going to get my ass whooped. It's me on the ground fighting against 5 people. I'm going to get my ass whooped. They just as effective. Striking is just as effective as grappling in a self-defense situation involving multiple attackers because they will both end with you getting your ass whooped at best. Because it can get worse. Against multiple attackers, running, moving, and employing a tool to fend off the attackers is the best method. Running, moving, and employing a tool to fend off the attackers is best. If I'm walking down the street, people say, I watch Warrior Classes. One dude right there. I don't like it. I thought I'd whoop your ass. I'm like, you probably can, sir. I'm still moving. I ain't trying to fight him.
Right.
Because if I have to put my hands on trying to do combat with him, fighting, I have no agreement with him fighting.
Right.
So if I have to put my hands on this person, I'm not trying to see them later.
Right.
And they get revenge on me or hurt somebody in my family. So if I put my hands on you, it's a permanent solution to what could have been a temporary problem. So just leave me alone. I'm gonna try to walk off and save you from your ignorance right now. If I can't, and I'm dealing with you, then two people say, man, I don't like the fact that you gonna fight my boy. You started this show Warrior Class, so you know a little martial art. I don't like that. So and then two others get in there. I'm in trouble now. Because now I'm fighting three people. You think I'm just gonna stand up here like this? Or you think I'm gonna take the dude down, start wrestling?
Right.
Either way is folly. No, but you think I ain't gonna so what we talking about now? what we talking about? That's a tool. I'm still using martial arts, but I'm using a tool.
Huh?
Okay. It's a tool. I'm still using martial arts, but it's a tool. It's a tool. All those are tools. So what you saying now? If they're at a good distance, like to where that door is, what you say now?
Mm-hmm.
But we know 21-foot rule, they got knives out or something.
Right.
I'm not going for a pistol because they're gonna be on me before I can get that done. Even if you have a knife in your pocket, somebody has a knife out and they charge you, you are in trouble. Okay. We found that 21 feet, if you have a firearm, you can still you'll get killed most of the time, or at least harmed, stabbed up before you can get a shot off. With a knife, we discovered it's 15 feet.
Yeah, we've discovered it.
15-foot rule, right? Now, but so 21 feet, you got more chance. You can get that knife out quicker, and you don't have to aim the muzzle,
right.
Nothing, right? You just got to deploy it, and you can cut as you deploy. So it's 15, but you got 15 feet. 15 feet. Within 15 feet, you're in trouble.
A knife, boy.
But the gun, 21 feet, you're in trouble. Okay, just so you know. Now we haven't tested the distance of a stick. A stick, you got to have it out too. You ain't got it in your pocket.
Good point.
So a stick, we got to test that to see.
Or the pocket shark.
Now, pocket shark is still in your pocket. That's probably about the same as a knife.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you're in more danger because a knife I pull out can cut you. Pocket shark, I cannot cut you as I pull it out. I have to strike forward. So
yeah,
we'll test that. We'll test the distance on it. Okay.
The biggest concern with striking is how to throw a proper attack so that it's powerful enough to stop an attacker so that the striker doesn't hurt themselves. So we're going to show you how to throw a proper palm strike. And this is really good for the person in the chat that's saying go for the eyes for some reason. I don't know what they was talking about, but you never wanted to go for the eyes.
Right. You don't train yourself with nobody's eyes. Who will let you practice that?
So that's not.
If I say, hey, well, I feel bold, I'm going to let you practice eye attacks. I only got 2 times to show that to you. So once you scrape this one, okay, I'll go over this one. I'm a fool. All right, you scrape that one, it's over with. So you can't practice that. How many people gonna let you just scrape their damn eyes? But as far as attacking on purpose, but there's a way you can accidentally, because we love accidents, accidentally hit the eyes. So we're gonna deal with that with what we call palm sandwiches, which are palm hooks. Now this has to be trained. It has to be trained. We're on camera B. It has to be trained because most people want to throw a punch, even though they don't know how to throw a proper punch. But they want to throw a punch because they've been watching TV a lot.
There you go.
They've been watching MMA. They want to throw, but really it's the palm you want to throw. So first we'll start with the palm sandwiches. He talking smack, sir, please. Notice I'm not doing this, and I don't want him to cut me across here, but please, sir, please. I'm pleading with him. And when it seems like my pleading ain't gonna work, I give him palm sandwiches. So I open my hand like this. You want to curve it a little bit, like you pulling off a big pickle jar. Okay, that's how you do a palm. And then I just feed him the palms, and I just try to touch the center of my palm to his nose. When I go to touch his nose and I come down, well, things happen. So I'm like, sir. You see his eyes closed? You see how his eyes are closed?
There ain't nothing to do in that situation.
Now, I'm going to tell you, he's tough. Keep your eyes open. I'm just going to slowly move. I'm just going to slowly move. Keep your eyes open. What's wrong?
You can't do it. We know you can't do it, but we're still going to try.
You cannot keep your eyes open. And you know, even if I come like that, don't even touch him. You're going to close your eyes. That's and thank God we have our defense mechanism.
Right. It's not because I'm weak bone. So you gonna make me break my eyes?
After you've been trained as long as I have, they go for your eyes, you hit their fingers and they break their fingertips. Okay, so
you got glasses, you ain't catch it.
Right, exactly. Right. I had 20/20 until I did that. Now Jack got these big glasses on. So anyway, you say, sir, you can be here if you want to, but I prefer here, so I'm not giving him this in case he cuts. He's not getting my goodies, right? My tendons, my arteries. Sir, but you can be silent. Please, sir. And when he won't stop,
that's bad.
Palm. Once, all you gotta do is really once.
Yeah,
but you can do two, and now you're in on him. Now,
like this
once he
is
opens
my
eyes up, boom. Now you give it to him, or give him the elbow, right? Or you give him here. If you look back, because now you can grapple in and throw him before he opens his eyes.
A little bit of both.
Okay, so that is here. You can work that by just stepping forward. So I hit him with the palm, straight down. Hit with the palm, straight down. Hit with the palm, straight down. Hit with the palm, straight down the face. Hit with the palm, straight. If you want to work with a partner, let them put a pad up. No, they can hear this. So let them put the pad up. Hit straight. Okay? Because they ain't gonna go for that too much.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, even with the eyes closed, especially a sister, if you got nails and you hit and long nails, like my wife got sizable nails, even with your eyes closed, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So, and that's good for you out there. You palm strike. You're trying to palm strike here.
Right.
And then you bring your hand down to make room for the other one.
If you don't hit the eyes, it's gonna have the same effect either way.
Right, you don't close his eyes.
Close, and you still got that time to pull or do whatever you do.
Right. So you hit, boom, bang, and you see now I'm going for my tool.
I won't even see it when it comes.
Right. And once I come down, now you see that follow, okay? So
one of the moves from the female self-defense.
Right, of course. Because that's one of the best things.
For the woman's self.
The other is the palm hook, which she hates.
Oh my goodness.
Palm hook.
Jeez,
so I'm using my hip, like I'm throwing a hook punch. I'm using the palm. Can you get the pass, please?
Oh.
I'm gonna bring it down to your jaw. I ain't gonna hit it up in your temple.
Okay.
I know that's
you
bad.
Just hit the pad without me being there. All right, here we go. Right here.
Put it on the other hand so you can see. So it's here. He's bringing it down to his jaw because normally you hit the ear.
Dislocate my jaw.
Because it hurts. No. It's not going to. Because I'm going to hold your jaw right there. So it's not going to.
Carpal pressure?
No. Believe me, because if it is not.
Yeah.
Right. So it's there. It's there. So I'm just turning my hip. Now I'm going to. So you remember you got the pickle jaw. Now I'm going to let you go so your body.
So you can see what happens.
With it. No, so just move with it. And keep that against your face. Do not let it be here. You're going to get knocked out. So, and kind of look that way so you got tight, right, good. So I'm here, palm. Is that okay?
Yeah, look at this.
So I'm just turning and I'm not hitting as hard as I can because I don't want to hurt him. This pad means something, but not so much. A palm is stronger than the punch, by the way. So you throw, boom. See, I didn't hit that hard.
Can't take no more.
I didn't hit that hard.
Oh, that gave me a slight headache. Not bullshit.
I didn't hit that. So well, now this time I'm just gonna say so this time I'm gonna step from over here. I'm gonna run.
Amalika said you want her to do it, so now Amalika get down with it. She's a soldier. I would not. No.
You gonna put that on and let me do that?
Because you know he gonna do it if you go
run.
Oh, you want to feel what it feel like destruction? Okay.
Oh. This is what we do in class all the time.
Now I don't want y'all to don't clip this. Jared or Kalanji, ain't gonna make me look
And
bad.
she volunteered.
But y'all ain't clip because she look hard, look that way, so it's tight too. You good. Come over here.
Yes.
Whoa, you okay? I had to scrape. I didn't want to hit her completely. So here, come back over there. That was straight.
Oh no, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, so you can just feel what that's like.
She don't want to
You want to put it on your shoulder?
Yeah, but I put it on the shoulder. That's better.
Wow.
Now I can feel okay getting that.
Yes.
See that's all you doing. Huh?
Barbara just slapped the shit out of me.
You thought you never have to say that, didn't you? You thought you never have to say that.
Let's not have any
No, that's
confusion about what we just witnessed.
Oh my goodness. But that is the power of that palm, for real, y'all. That's the real power of it. It's that. It's not a game.
This is the warrior class for me. I'm learning.
You up now? You right?
So that is that. But you know that. So with her, I kind of scraped up because I just cannot drive that into it. I can't do it.
We do that in class a lot, and it is important. We've talked about this before. The importance of women training with men.
Yes.
And really getting to feel the force that a man will put on you, because just like Bila was saying, maybe your cousins or something like that, maybe they might let you beat them, but you need someone who is going to offer you some real resistance. If you're going to stand a chance against someone who is really trying to hurt you.
I'm sorry, you've seen that clip that I had where it's an older man and a woman doing technique. He's not doing it properly because it's a woman, and she's not going to. The thing about it is, when you do that, you are cheating the woman of her training.
Right.
Seriously, because if you don't, I'm gonna switch it. Not just me putting the technique on her so hard, but when she puts the technique on me, she wrist locked me. If she don't really have me and I'm tapping, she try to choke me and I'm tapping. What's gonna happen out there?
Right.
Because we see
it. Even with that. When you put your hands on somebody, right? On a sister in class, I cannot. I don't go 100% on the men either.
Right.
But I'm not. I'm gonna go a little less than on. But I'm trained to do that. I'm gonna go a little less on the sisters, but still enough where it's stronger than what most men out here gonna do.
Right.
Otherwise, then she is getting cheated.
Right.
I'm never gonna just, if I did the slap and it was like this. That's some bullshit. Because ain't no man who trying to actually slap you gonna slap you that soft. Okay. So I gotta give it to you a little bit. Y'all saw how her body rocked. Y'all saw he rocked harder.
I didn't see that. I felt it. He
rocked harder than her. Well, if I had hit you, that's why I told him to stand there, because I was gonna do it. My mind said no. No, not like
not on camera.
Right, in class, and I do it tomorrow or something. Not on camera, hell no. So, and that's why I said, don't clip this. People saying they're gonna be like, oh my God. Now I'll be damned, somebody gonna clip it now.
You're gonna be viral.
They're gonna clip it. They said, right. It's gonna say BPM rewind.
You don't like my music says they say that women have a higher tolerance for pain than men.
Okay, so now let me say this. Yes. Yeah. Childbirth, they have a higher tolerance. Me and my wife were just talking about this a few days ago, right? Yes, there's a higher tolerance when it comes to childbirth, because we can't have children.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman once described, if a man had a child, it would be like passing a cantaloupe through the head of his penis. That's horrific.
Listen,
because we're not built to have children, to birth children.
Listen,
okay? But women are.
I got burnt when I was 17. They had to stick that little Q-tip thing in there. Oh my God, that was enough. You talking about watermelon? Shit. I'm sorry.
No, just a melon, like a honeydew melon, a cantaloupe.
A cantaloupe, that Q-tip had me.
Because if a baby the size of a watermelon, that's a big joker.
Sound like I was making with the Latino.
So now, when it comes to striking, A woman's bones are not as dense as a man's bone.
Right.
They're not. So if I strike a man like this, that feels different from if I strike a woman like that. Okay. If I strike your arm like this, is that uncomfortable?
No.
I strike your arm like this. Is that uncomfortable? You see?
Yes.
Now that I hit the
And
same amount.
Yes. And I'm not weak bone.
Oh,
Right.
no, she's not weak
Yeah,
bone.
yeah.
Y'all know she got a
nice
nice diesel on her and everything, but it's still a woman.
Right.
The density of the bones are different. We got to be realistic. If you don't start from realism, you start from emotion, then your training is going to be at a deficit because you're not being realistic about your damn training. That's why, Muggs, I can catch somebody's foot, or not can kick, not catch their foot. You can do that. I can kick the knife out their hand.
Exactly.
You're not being realistic. You're not even starting from realism, so we can't do shit with you. Unfortunately, we can't do shit unless, and I don't have the energy to do that like when I was young, of talking you down on ignorant technique. If you know a bunch of technique, I just go, oh, okay, cool. Because you're gonna learn. Hopefully you don't, but if you go out there and try to kick a knife out somebody's hand, you're gonna learn. That's not something that I won't say is impossible, that it can't happen. There's a lot that's possible that we ain't saying, but it's not probable.
Right.
It's improbable. It's not impossible, but it's improbable.
Your training helps you to think through those situations, so I don't end up being in the situation where a man is hitting me directly like that.
Right.
I remember watching the second Coming to America, which got panned for some reason, but I really thought it was good and enjoyable. But I remember there's a part where these children are fighting this man, and his children were trained with martial arts. But I appreciated how realistic they were.
Come to America.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had them using all kinds of tools. They had them using their environment. Instead of it just seeming like these two children were just straight up fighting this man, like they used their wits, to be able to beat him rather than just like a head-to-head fight, because, that's not realistic.
Right. So now you already did
the striking systems.
The striking systems. So we're going to talk about what the striking systems are. You all heard some of these, I'm sure, or maybe all.
Right. So the striking systems include 52 blocks, capoeira, or Angola,
or regional. They both striking still.
Egbe Ogun.
So Egbe Ogun is in striking and grappling. We do both.
Yeah.
So
Eskrima, Hungar, Karate, Lethwei, Muay Thai, Pinchat Salat, Taekwondo, and Wing Chun.
So those are striking arts.
Yeah.
Okay. So which is better for self-defense, striking or grappling? Some martial arts systems like Egbe Ogun and Eskrima encapsulate both, but it seems that there's always a focus on one or the other. Both striking and grappling can be very effective in a street fight, but when attacked, you should always look to get out of a fight as soon as possible. It is crucial to reduce the fight's duration as much as possible. That's the main reason why you should employ both. Use grappling to off-balance your opponent or put yourself in a dominant position in which it is more difficult for them to hurt you, while it is easier for you to hurt them. Then strike them in a vulnerable, vital area to render them unconscious, or at least to slow them down while you haul ass out of there. And we're going to end with teaching you a quick example of that. So, he wants to whoop my ass. I kind of disagree with that. I don't want to get my ass whooped, right? So he throws a punch. I don't give a damn what it is. I get off the edge. I get off the edge. That's the number one thing. Remember, we talked about that last week.
I tried to trick you to instead of this. I tried to throw a hook. You ain't even there for that.
I get off the edge. So I'm off the edge. Now, he throws a strike. So remember, you want to combine striking and grappling. Okay. So he throws.
Aha!
Right. I didn't know it was coming. It ain't looking pretty, right? It's just here. I'm here. I immediately start circling that out. Now, once I start circling that out, I got options. I can come in and continue to strike. But for me, I pop that over. I'm here.
Back in the dang on.
We're back in the Kuko.
I tried to do something. I tried to throw him off.
This is my love here, the Kuko, right? So a Kuko, I snap that shit.
I'm sorry for trying to throw you off.
Right. Well, it's okay. I ain't gonna really snap it then. Okay, you say you're sorry, because I really about to snap it now. So I snap it, bang. After I do that, right, I give it to him, bang. Right, I'm combining grappling and striking. Let's say he is fighting to turn towards me. He like that, right? Boom. So I'm grappling, boom, I'm striking, boom, I'm striking. Okay. He goes down there. Now from here, if you don't know what to do, this I just step towards that, and of course it's him to change. But anyway, so I'm in control. Grab again. I know that, but you may not know that, so I can move him until he sits down.
Yeah.
But instead, so grappling and striking, right? I reach down, grappling. He's there. He's tapping because his neck is locked. And now, boom, hit. Okay.
Exactly.
So he's there. When I let him go, I'm striking this way. He turns because from the grab right into it. Force multiply. Boom! Right? Then, boom!
He's so dirty.
Boom! 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 I don't think he grabbed me after that. But, so we're combining grappling. He's grappling too. With striking.
I'm grappling the ground.
And now he's grappling with life. Struggling to keep on and make it. All right, so that's
now I'm trying to strike a deal. I'm trying to strike a deal,
right? Strike a deal so he don't be grappling with life. That's a good t-shirt. So another, he's grabbing here, right? So yeah, which is ridiculous. Most people don't double choke you here. If he's grabbing me, he wants to push me back. So first thing I do is I widen my stance so he just pushes me. Okay. So now, right now, to grapple is not smart. If I grapple this, I make this tighter. So now it's striking. But I'm not going to strike him like I did, but imagine this is a strike. Instead, it's potato chip. I'm like I'm pulling a potato chip out of the bag.
I'm going to test my throat so it don't work.
He lets me go right there.
It works.
So once he lets me go, grappling, so that was striking to grappling. You got me? Remember I dealt with this last week.
Yeah.
If you have not to move his feet. He moves his feet that way. Okay. Oh no. We ain't gonna turn back. Now, after that, he's there. I can just move it up. Boom! Striking. So grappling and striking, right?
Could have kicked me between
Boom.
the legs, from behind me.
I could have kicked him in between his groin, so I can strike that way. Right? I can strike his ribs. Yeah. I can boom, kick that leg out, whatever I want to do. Or I'm here, bring it down. Boom, he's down. Caught him again in there because I like it. Boom! Okay?
You really do like that, Joe. You're not like
So that is how you combine grappling and striking. They go together well. But if he's choking and I'm trying to grapple, it's not working. There's a marriage of the two. We say grappling is female energy. Striking is male energy. Put them both together, you make a baby. So it's good to have them together.
Baby's crying. I'm crying. I'm turning to the baby.
Potato chips. Potato chips. So you know.
Sure, I do. I love you. Do another potato chip. So I do it on this side. So potato chip there. Now, if he makes a mistake of bending those elbows with my potato chip like he just did, now I grapple the back of his head and now I combine the striking and grappling there. And that drives that more.
So it's just right there. That's all he's doing is just
Is that to the side of his Adam's apple.
Oh, it sucks.
It's that. So if I struck, it'll be like that, but to
I'm
here.
so scared.
Not to the actual, no, hell no. So it's there. Okay, so it's actually striking to his throat that way.
I thought I was dead for a split second. Jeez. You know, you like that.
Oh my God.
Because you touched it first, you said, "Wow, oh shit!" I'm still here. Goddamn, I'm still here.
Ah, he looked up for a second. Thank you, Lord. All right, so just know you strike that. That's a strike, but I'm pushing that because that's very dangerous. So that's where you train that. But do not push out in the street. Hit that shit.
Now let me ask you, Bob. Could you also line out instead of take chip if you want to?
Yes, and remember, linebacker training is here.
Yeah.
So if you grabbed here, I could come over. But this I like to come over. This I have to come under. I can't grab. I can't lie him out over. He's too short.
Yeah.
The tail tip is right there.
You got some longer reach.
Is surprising too. They don't really know what you about to do.
Yeah. Well, even one is surprised.
Yeah, you get line out. You gonna be
because
surprised.
he's talking smack to me out the street.
Like,
So, and he says something like, I smack your wife. Burn! I hit him right in his throat. So he ain't expecting that.
I just said I will. That's as much as they should get.
Right.
Out.
I will. I don't know who you talking about. Right. No, don't do him like that.
You will.
For legal purposes.
I will. Boom. You will.
I thought you said you killed me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I will. I said I killed them.
See? So, and mistakes do happen out there. Accidents happen. Don't feel guilty about accident. And the reason why, this is why you don't mess with folks. Because, shit, they could be playing or not playing, but scared. They got a gun. Anybody mess with me, I'm going to shoot. And you buck at the person and they end up shooting.
I got a witness in this establishment right now. Somebody was talking shit to me, and they wasn't even just mumbling. I didn't even hear what they said in an apartments complex, and I was like, "What you say, bro? Hold on for a minute." And I said it like that. Hold up for a minute, but I really was in my mind like, "Let me come down there and hear what you're saying." But it sounded like I said, "Hold up for a minute," and I came down the stairs, and dude pulled out and just started firing at me. Luckily, he missed every shot because he was petrified. And he just started shooting, boom, 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 just scared. I was just coming out to hear what the fuck he had. Excuse me, I just want to hear what he was saying. But that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. People scary will do something to you.
My mama said, I said earlier, a coward will kill you quicker than a brave.
Talk about it.
So just be real careful with that. Let's see if we have any comments. We did the comments on here too, right? Let's see here. It says comments 246.
They've been going off in there.
Let me see. You grapple upright. You can, or grapple on the ground. You can strike on the ground too. That's like YouTube prankster that got shot.
Explore the binary grappling versus striking.
No, explore the binary.
Grappling versus
striking.
Yes,
goal.
Yes.
Explore the binary is what he's saying. Right. So come down to the ground. So just like you can grapple standing, you can strike on the ground. So you're like once for standing, once on the ground. That's bullshit. I'm sure y'all have heard of ground and pound. Ground and pound, you throw the person and then you're striking. It's mainly wrestling with some boxing.
You notice how Baba got one knee on my body because this ain't a sport right now. So he's not trying to think about mounting me unless he is.
Right, and mounting for us usually comes, he's moving, squirming and shit, and I mount to control him.
Right.
But for us, this is more dominant because this allows me to go for my tools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up, I go for my tools, I hit him, and then I'm out. I stand up and I'm out, not down on the ground. I ain't laying with him for 30 minutes on no damn ground. Not doing it. But I'm also not foolish enough to say the ground is trash. I've heard people say that, the ground is foolish and all that. No, you're foolish.
Right.
Because you're going to end up on the ground. I had a dude tell me, he said, man, you get past all this kung fu. You can't get me all this kung fu. Then I deserve to be on the ground. I said, okay. 10 seconds later, he was on the ground. I got past all that kung fu. All that goddamn kung fu went out the window.
I didn't see kung fu on the list.
You did.
No, Wing Chun.
Wing Chun and Hung Gar.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is
but not just overarching kung fu, because some kung fu don't need to be on there. And Shuai Jiao. So Shuai Jiao means fast wrestling. The combat version of that, just so you know, is Shuai Kiao. It's the most effective Chinese system I've ever seen in my life.
And that's what we've never heard of it.
And there's a dude that I ain't gonna butcher his name. I really can't butcher because I don't know the name. It's an old Chinese dude. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but his family has, you know, different systems, Yang, Tai Chi, Wu Chai. His family is one of the people who brought that form of Tai Chi into existence, right? I think Wu Tai Chi. Well, it uses Wu Tai Chi and wrestling in a combative way. So it's Shuai Kiao. It's beautiful because it flows into the throws and everything. Like it flows like Tai Chi, but it's got those hard throws too. So it's Shuai Kiao. That's another one. The only reason I don't mention them, people say, well, if you can't take African arts, what do you say? I say judo because you can't just find Shuai Kiao out here. But look it up. Shuai, Shuai, and then Jiao is Jiao, I think. That's more common. That's the sport version of it. The Shuai Kiao, instead of Jiao, is Kiao. Shuai Kiao. That is the combative version. And it's two books. I think the same guy wrote both. So he sits over the sport version and the combat version. And whenever you have a combat version, a combat system, it's going to have sport version. So you have Lamba, and you have Bore, which are the sport. That's the wrestling version. You see Bore, that's the wrestling version of Mandinka Kilimanjaro. So Kilimanjaro is a combat system, tools, everything. But during peacetime, they got to keep their training up. They got to keep the training up in an intense way. And so now you got Bore, the wrestling. So when you see Africans talking about wrestling, they ain't talking about wrestling either. Right. The African, when they say wrestling, is put you on your back, belly, or side by any means, because all of this is a substitute for combat. All of that. That's a substitute for combat. Right? It's a combative technique would have been used with that. You know, not just me throwing you. That's why, so in pinning, when we need to talk about pinning, that is used in a lot of Western wrestling, right? You get pinned, you're out. You get pinned for a certain number of seconds, and even in judo. In African systems, if they throw your ass, you ain't pinned, you really were dead. They throw you on your back. It's over. Because in combat, I throw you on your back, and I'll take you out of here, right? If I throw you on your side, same thing. Your belly, same thing. When we talk about what's the worst position you can be in, is to be on your belly. Not your back. Your belly is worse. So you saw him mount, come down on your belly. Face that way, just be on your belly.
We don't have to do that.
Now, if I mount him this way, that's worse because you give him your back, you become an ancestor. You give up your back, you become an ancestor.
Untrained wrestlers and grapplers tend to do this when they get in trouble.
Right. And untrained wrestlers will do that because they know you can't pin him on his stomach. Right. You got to get him on his back. So I've seen Olympic wrestlers do that. Mm-hmm. So the person trying to turn them over. But out there,
you out there, you do this
if
right
I got him out there, I just come right here. I said, I go on his nose. I said, boo. This guy lips up, then I choke him out of here. That choke I showed y'all earlier, rear naked. Get him. He's in the rear naked choke. Or, you see that arm right there? Mm. I do the casino slide. I put this elbow on that shoulder so it's pinned. Mm. I reach under and grab this shit here. See, you try not to, you can't stop it. You can't stop the fire. And then I just crank that back like it's a goddamn slot machine.
Oh my goodness.
See, and that is bad.
Your elbow right there, the shoulder is bad. Good gracious, that's
because that's the pressure point there.
Yeah,
so when I go here with my weight, that's like crack biting. Yeah. And then you reach under while he's focusing on that, and then you just, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like this. I come up with his arm like that. It's gone. It's snapped. Then I can do the other side. What are you gonna do? while he come to the other side and do the other way.
Damn.
Now I can just stand up and leave.
That's good.
I can just stand up and leave because even if he stood up, he can't stand up straight. Once your rotator cuffs are torn, you can't stand up. Any of it's for him.
I'm gonna
You
bet
can't
you're
stand
not
up
gonna
straight.
stand up. I'm gonna bet you ain't standing up.
Who, me?
No, the person that get they.
Oh, I bet he's not.
He ain't standing up.
Now, also, that's the merciful part of this being here. The other part is this. Normally, if they standing, you gotta really move or on their back, really move their neck. And usually you won't even get a snap. This here, I just push his head down right there. So I push his head down and say, sir, I'm gonna lift your chin a little bit. I'm gonna take you out of here, sir. You're a goner, sir, because you did so and so. And I just take my fingers and lift up on his chin a little bit. If his neck if he hadn't been training his neck, I don't even gotta do that. I just push that down and that will snap his damn neck. But this here makes sure. Okay. This here, see, I just do that because I push on his shoulder, it keeps his head down anyway, and I go, see. So this is the worst position. I ain't even talking about pulling the tool and attacking his femoral, attacking him in here, cutting up under his rib to his lung, attacking his spine. I ain't even dealing with that part.
Kidneys.
Right, exactly. So, and he can't even defend himself at all. Now you can get out of that. But you better be working. Yes, you got to bring those knees in. Once again, it's your hips that got to work.
You gotta turn up and you gotta move out of that. You gotta work. That's an ugly way to be.
Yes, and even then, if you know what he's doing, when you come up, he puts his heels in here, and so he rides your back now.
Oh my goodness! Now you got hooks in. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's the worst position, just so you know. And people talking about being on your back, the worst position in the world. No, it's not. It's not. And if you're saying that, you sound like that. Worst position in the world. That's what you sound like to me, because you really don't know what you're talking about. It's being on your stomach. Okay. And that's still escapable, but very low. You got a very small window to get out of it. Like the window a damn worm would crawl through. That's about the size of that window that you got. So you don't have much chance there. But on your back, your window about this big.
Right.
It's about this big. You can't even see the whole window because it's big. You got a big window to get through. But on your back, your window that big. I mean, on your stomach, your window's that big. Okay. On your belly, your window about that big. I mean, your side.
Yeah. On
your side, you'd be better off on your back. On your side.
Yeah, it's not a good place.
Because, lay down on me, deeper. See, the person say, well, if you're on your side, get on your side. So I knew she'd go that way. If you lay in the front, you sound, I'm going to lay in the deep front. You sound the same way. Why you lay in the front where she got the use of her hands and knees and teeth? And why am I laying there? I'm here. Now, once I'm here, I start taking control of shit. Bang! Right? She's trying to use this hand. If she does, I take control of shit. Right? Once I take control of that, she's done. That hand, I ain't holding this hand. I brought it back there. It's her head keeping her there.
We call
and
that
now, boom!
Crucifix, ladies and
Boom!
gentlemen.
Boom! This is only one type of crucifix.
This is a
Boom! Boom! Other type of crucifix, the more common, is this way. Okay? And then this hand goes here. But see, I just showed you I ain't got to use. And this is one arm. This one's free. But hers is sent.
You're going to get stomped in wine like that.
So this is not as bad on the belly, but it's bad. On your stomach, on your back, that's easy work if you train. That's simple, easy work. This here, the window's getting smaller. Boom, boom. Oh, she's like, God damn it. Then I boom. Oh no, you're not going to do that. And now this, she on her back. Her belly. Once I'm here, she's on her belly. Showed you.
No, you didn't even get that one all the way on.
Now this, because see how she resisting. She's resisting. Keep on. Just resist.
No.
Resist. So I can show them. She's resisting there. I just rubbed her right there because I'm a lamb.
Oh,
Okay? This was a good training day for Ominiki right here.
was.
So that went from she was in a bad way on her side, worse on her belly. Y'all understand me?
Yeah, bro.
So
There's also a standing crucifix.
yes, there's a standing crucifix. So nobody just talk about from now on, or if you got friends saying, man, being on your back is the worst. You know that's false. If you see somebody on their back, that's not the worst for them. No, oh, they finished. They're not finished. If you get somebody on their back, they're not finished. If you get put on your back, you're not finished. Do y'all understand? So that's why I just wanted to show you that. That's the importance of knowing that. If you're not finished, but your windows are small, your windows are very, very, they get smaller. On the ground, your window's smaller anyway. Standing up, your window's so big, I can't even, you know why your window's so big? You got time to run the fuck away. But you ain't even in the house with that window.
Right.
Your window is outside, hopefully, because you didn't haul ass. Okay. So you do, as far as self-defense is concerned, striking ain't no more effective than grappling. Grappling is no more effective than striking. But standing is more effective than all of them because I can grapple or strike standing, but I ain't trying to do neither one. I'm gonna get the hell up out of there. I don't want to have a violent encounter unless I have to. If I have to, do it well. And that's just the things we're showing you, but we're always telling you, run. Yeah, run. The training, part of the training you have to do is at least walk every day. But try to be able to run, be healthy enough to run, get the hell away when you don't want to fight. If you ever see Muzz trying to fight me, you're going to see me probably trying to run first. And if I can't run, well, I got to protect myself. Okay. So if you see me running, don't be like, Baba's a coward. No, I'm a strategist. I'm a strategist, and I don't want to, I make fun of people like they don't want to break a nail. I don't want to break a nail either. I just don't mind if we're in the middle of throwing down, breaking a nail. But I don't want to break my nail. I don't want to do none of that. Shit, I don't want to lose the couple of teeth I still got left. Unless y'all got $25,000 to pay there so you can put the bottom teeth in there with an implant, then they can take these motherfuckers.
You get all good. Amen.
Amen. That's why cops like you on your stomach with their knee on your back. Yes. Now, I actually taught the technique to get out of that, but I wasn't for cops. It was just, if Joe happened to put his knee on your back, and you happen to, Joe happens to be wearing a light blue shirt and dark blue polyester pants.
You don't know how to handle
You gotta know how to handle that. Huh?
Chinese.
Well, even the Chinese police are now, because Chinese, they better than the Israeli police.
I was
and
gonna
the
say if Israeli
Russian police. Yeah, but I don't want to say them because YouTube will snatch us off.
Right.
So, just Joe in his polyester blue pants and light blue shirt attacks you, and he got on a silver thing made from the aluminum foil or something right here. Show some of, authority, playing around, looking cool. He attacks you. He puts his knee on your belly. There are ways to get out of that, and maybe we'll throw that in next week to show you. Okay, we dealt with it before, but I don't want you to go through all 100 videos. We'll do that, but
if you want it that bad, next time.
But I don't want to be a hypocrite because I don't know which one it was.
And I don't know why you're gonna have to go through all of them.
But if you go through them, you let us know which one it is, because I don't remember. We've done so many techniques, but we will go back to that since that's coming up. Right. How to get out of that other thing. This here, when they're about to put that thing on you. I'm talking about Joe doing his blue polyester pants.
Chinese
Put that
police
on you.
grab.
Yeah. Well, yeah, see, but Chinese, they're pretty nice now too. So you be friends with Chinese. So not even that. So from here, what you do to get out of that and things of that nature. If they grab you on this side, that's even better. But but to get out of that kind of stuff because they're going to put this behind your back. Okay, people like that, you know, people do that. People wear blue polyester be tripping sometimes.
They do.
Man, you know, I don't know. So try not to on that too. Try not to wear polyester. Definitely not blue polyester. And if you dark navy blue polyester pants or brown,
oh yeah,
try not to wear those kind of polyester pants. All right. So, and if you're facing like wearing that, you got to be smart.
real smart.
You know. All right. That's why. Okay. Amen. They both. All right. One time we'll do a show called Reading Between the Lines. So I think everybody's pretty good at doing that.
That'd be fun.
That's why
I still want to do a test too.
That's why pinning someone on their back doesn't count.
Right, it's about wrestling. You know, it's not right.
Not to be a weirdo, but Greco-Roman wrestling was about being able to rape your opponent.
It was not.
No. Greco-Roman wrestling, by the way, came directly from, and there are coaches who teach coaches teach it. It came directly from the martial arts in Africa.
Yeah,
and we weren't talking about.
Yeah.
Rape this dude.
You may be talking about the Olympics in Greece where they wrestled
naked.
Yeah, and then the people walked around and it's like, hey, I like him. That happened, but wrestling was never that. But if two perverts wrestle, then they can do some perverted shit. That don't have anything to do with actual wrestling.
And I'll tell
like
you,
being evil.
We watch for that. When we're on the mat, two people are grappling. If one does something funny, I'm watching. So dude was wrestling my wife, and he had wrestled this one sister before. I told y'all before her breast touched his face, and he had an orgasm. And you know, we probably didn't have a little routines, and I'm joking and shit. And but then he wrestled my wife, and he must have been feeling turned on. So to fight that, he was mad. He started biting her. I said, "What?" She said, "He bite me." I said, "Because her legs were right around at his neck." I said, "Well, you know what to do? Finish the triangle." She trying to choke his ass unconscious. It's okay. His daddy was sitting right there. Just a young man himself. I don't care. I took his daddy. They could both go to sleep right next to each other. I did the catch and choke his ass out, man. She choked his ass out. He stopped all that biting when she put that rear naked choke on. She said he stopped. I said, "Man, keep on though. You don't stop." And he stopped. You don't stop. Knocked his ass out. Okay. I said, "Somebody get him up." A couple people got him up. None of my students, they knew. Y'all better not get him up. A couple people who were watching, they got his ass up, dragged him over to a seat, put him over by his daddy. He woke up, laying in his daddy's lap, daddy patting him up. But daddy had been doing jive. That's why he was crazy with it. Okay.
It's always exceptions.
So, just so you know, the perverted thing, we watch for that. You say, "Well, I'm a pervert. If I do something perverted in your class, something's gonna happen." Goddamn right. Yes. You get choked out too. Maybe not by the person you with you. All right. So that is my promise to you. That's my promise. So for those watching who don't have the best interests of our people at heart, know that I'm willing to go there with you. I'm willing to go places that you may not even thought of. All right? I'm just not going to do the perverted shit that you're thinking of.
And that's what people get twisted. That's not about this life. Because they can't imagine what somebody would do.
And those who would do can't imagine what people would do to them if they found out.
Right, exactly.
That I will make it worse for you than you ever could have made it for the people that I care about. Okay. All right. So anyway, before I go too far and say something to get us slashed out here, all right, yes, I am the lamb. What I mean, I just hug you so much. Love you so much.
Hands, baby.
Right, loving hands. That these hands will caress you, love you, you know, and send you home. All right, y'all. So stay black or whatever it is that you may be. Love y'all. Be safe out here. Peace. And yes, allegedly, exactly, Charles.